Hey everyone, and welcome. We're diving into a topic today that honestly kind of runs our lives. Email.
Yeah, for sure.
You guys sent in some really interesting articles all about email, like how it even got started. And of course, there's all this talk about Elon Musk and his supposed Xmail.
Right.
Kind of crazy to think about how many emails are flying around out there.
It is a lot.
Over 300 billion every single day.
Wow. That's wild.
I mean, think about it. It's how we talk to like everyone, coworkers, family, even that store you always buy shoes from.
Yep. Emails everywhere.
Okay, we got to talk about the big players, right?
Yeah.
Gmail, Outlook, they've been at the top forever. So can Elon Musk really change all that with Xmail? I mean, is that even possible?
Well, that's the big question, isn't it? I mean,
Right.
Things haven't always been this way with email.
Right.
Back in the late 90s, it was all about Hotmail. Remember that?
Oh, yeah. You've got mail.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But then spam just took over.
Oh, yeah, that was rough.
Hotmail, they just couldn't handle it,
That was a mess.
And that's when Gmail came in and, well, changed everything.
Yeah, I remember switching over back then. Like, I actually liked Gmail. It felt so much cleaner,
Totally. Way easier to use than what we were used to.
Oh, yeah.
And their spam filters.
Yeah,
Game changer.
totally.
And this is actually what Elon Musk is really good at. He takes something that's already out there,
Right.
but he makes it, I don't know, better,
Mm.
makes it so more people actually want to use it.
Right. Like Tesla.
Exactly.
Mm.
Electric cars were like this weird thing for a while,
Yeah, not anymore.
and now look. So maybe you can pull it off with email too.
That's a really good point. Okay, but Gmail, they've got way more than just a nice design, right?
Right.
They've got like everyone using it. It's 2.5 billion people.
Yeah, it's huge.
How can anyone even try to compete with that?
That's a tough one, for sure. Gmail's got a massive advantage. And it really makes you wonder, right?
What's that?
How do all these free email services actually make money?
Okay, yeah. Because we all know nothing's really free.
Right, exactly. Especially online. So, I mean, I don't pay anything for Gmail, but somehow they're making like billions. It's all about data. They track everything you do.
Wait, seriously? Everything?
Yeah. Every email, every link, every search, it's called metadata. And Google, they're experts at using it.
Okay, so what, they like know what I had for breakfast or something?
Well, maybe not that, but they can build a really detailed profile on you.
Like what?
Your interests, your habits, even where you are. And they use all that for ads.
Ads, huh?
Super targeted ads. They know exactly who to show them to, so they can charge advertisers a ton of money.
So it's like we're kind of paying, but with our information instead of actual money.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow. That's, I don't know, kind of creepy, but also kind of brilliant.
It's both. Raises all sorts of questions about, privacy in the digital world.
For sure.
Definitely something to think about.
Okay, so back to Xmail. Sounds like Musk is jumping into a pool that's pretty full already.
Oh, yeah, it's crowded. You've got Google, of course. And then Microsoft, they're huge in the business world with Outlook. 400 million users, that's a lot.
Yeah, that's not nothing.
Then you've got Yahoo Mail still hanging around. And Apple, they've got their iCloud Mail. It's a tough market to break into.
Definitely.
And then there's, the Elon Musk factor.
Oh, yeah, what's that?
Well, he's a brilliant guy. There's no doubt about that. But he can be polarizing. Sometimes what he does, what he says, makes people nervous, makes them wonder if they can trust him,
Yeah, he definitely gets people talking with those tweets of his.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of online stuff, there's already a bunch of like security warnings about Xmail, even though it hasn't even launched.
Oh, yeah,
That's kind of crazy, right?
it is. Scammers are already using the Xmail name to trick people. Phishing scams. They try to get you to click on fake links or give up your passwords. They promise early access or special features.
Ah, that's scary. People are just so excited about anything Xmail, they'll fall for anything.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good reminder, right? That when something new and exciting comes along, especially something like email that everyone uses,
Yeah.
we got to be careful.
Be smart.
Exactly.
Okay, so Xmail, tough competition, people maybe not trusting Elon Musk, and now security risks. But didn't he kind of do the impossible with Tesla? So maybe, just maybe, he can pull it off with email too.
Yeah, he's done it before. Remember how no one thought electric cars would catch on?
Yeah.
And look what he did.
Crazy. So what could Xmail even offer that would make people switch? I mean, Gmail works pretty well, right?
Well, he's got to come up with something totally new.
Like what?
Something that fixes a problem people are really struggling with.
That's a good question. What would make you switch email providers?
That's a good question. It would have to be something really, really good.
Well, we've got a lot to think about. We've talked about how emails changed over time, how Gmail got so big, and how these free services actually make money. And of course, all the challenges Xmail is facing and whether Elon Musk can do his magic again. But we've only just scratched the surface. So much more to talk about. We'll be right back. All right, so before the break, we were talking about all the challenges Xmail is up against, but also how it could, really change things. And I'm still thinking about what would even make me want to switch. What would they have to offer?
It's a tough one, right?
Yeah.
I mean, one idea is maybe Xmail could tap into this whole thing about people wanting more control.
More control. Yeah.
Over their, digital lives.
Like how?
Well, think about how these new social media platforms are popping up.
Yeah, I've seen those.
They're all about user privacy.
Yeah.
And making sure people own their own data.
Right, right.
So maybe Xmail could be a decentralized email system or something.
Yeah. Decentralized. I think I read something about that. They use blockchain, right?
Yeah. Blockchain could be a part of it.
And that makes it more secure.
Way more. It means your data wouldn't be on just one server.
Oh.
It'd be spread out,
Across a network.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's way harder for hackers to get to.
That sounds, I don't know, pretty complicated. Would regular people even understand that?
That's the thing, right? You got to make it cool and new, but also easy enough for everyone to use.
Yeah.
But, look at Tesla.
Yeah.
Electric cars used to be so confusing, and Musk made them simple.
He did. But even if they make it easy, there's still the whole, trust thing.
Oh, yeah. Trust is huge.
All these data breaches you hear about, it's kind of scary.
It is. So Xmail, they're going to have to work hard to prove they're trustworthy.
Right. Show that they care about privacy.
Exactly. It can't just be about, having good security features. They have to be totally upfront about how they use people's data.
Be transparent.
Yep, exactly. And that's where, Elon Musk.
Yeah.
He could be a problem.
Oh, right. Because he says whatever he wants, right?
Yeah. Sometimes it's great.
Sometimes.
But sometimes it can scare people off,
Yeah, I get it. Makes them wonder if they can trust his companies.
It's a gamble.
It is. It's funny. We're talking about all this stuff.
Yeah.
But no one even knows what Xmail will look like. It's all just guesses right now.
Yes, it's true. It's all speculation. But hey, that's part of the fun, right?
Yeah, I guess. Remember when the Cybertruck came out?
Oh, yeah. No one knew what to expect.
That was wild. Okay, but let's bring it back to reality for a second.
Okay.
What does all this XML talk mean for, the people listening?
Well, the biggest thing right now is to be careful. We talked about those scams going around, right?
Yeah, the phishing ones.
Don't click on anything suspicious, no matter how much you want to see Xmail.
Don't give away your passwords or anything.
Exactly. And I think it's also a good time to, really think about your email habits.
What do you mean?
What are you, annoyed about with your current email? What would you love to have that it doesn't? Because that's what Xmail needs to figure out.
Yeah, good point. What do we even want from email anymore? Just to send messages back and forth?
Or is there more to it? Think about it. We use email for everything.
Work, family, shopping. Yeah.
Right. So are the tools you're using now, are they good enough?
I never really thought about it like that.
That's kind of the point of disruption, right?
Yeah.
It makes us all step back and think, wait, is this really the best way?
Yeah, maybe there's something better out there.
Exactly. So even if Xmail flops, even if it never becomes this huge thing, it's already got people talking about what email could be.
It's a good thing, right?
Oh, yeah. Competition is good. It pushes everyone to do better.
Right. Maybe Gmail will sue Xmail and be okay, we got to step it up. Exactly.
Better features, better security, maybe even better privacy. That's a win for everyone.
Totally. No matter who they end up using. Okay. But the big question is, will Xmail actually live up to all the hype? Will it actually be as good as everyone's hoping?
We'll have to wait and see.
It's exciting to think about that, but also kind of scary. What if Xmail actually takes off? Would we all have to get new accounts and learn a whole new system?
Maybe. Yeah. But things like this, they usually take time.
Yeah.
It's not like everyone's going to ditch their email overnight,
Right.
Even if it's amazing, people need a good reason to switch.
It's hard to change, Yeah. We like what we're used to.
Totally. And Gmail, they're not just going to, sit there and watch.
Yeah.
They've got the money, the data, they can change too. So we might see a real battle,
Oh, a fight for users?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All these email companies trying to be the best.
And that's good for us, right?
Oh, yeah. Makes everyone better. Like a rising tide lifts all boats.
I like that. So even if Xmail doesn't, like, win,
Yeah.
it's already made email better just by, existing.
Totally agree. It's forced everyone to think about what email could be. And that brings us back to you guys, the listeners.
Right.
We've talked about a lot, how email started, where it is now, this whole Xmail thing.
Yeah, lots of stuff.
But the real question is, what does it mean for you, for your digital life?
Yeah. Like, what would actually make you switch? Is it security, privacy, what's important to you in an email,
Would you try Xmail right away? Or wait and see what happens? It's all up to you, really, what works best for you.
And I think this whole conversation, it reminds us that we have choices,
Yeah, we do.
I don't have to just accept whatever's out there.
Exactly. We can demand better, better privacy, better companies.
Companies that, we actually agree with.
Exactly.
Yep.
It's our choice. We can shape the future,
Yeah.
Just by what we choose to use.
That's a good thought.
Yeah.
So next time you check your email, which, let's be honest, is probably soon,
Probably.
think about it, What would make your email better? What do you wish you could change?
Good question.
Maybe the answer's already out there. Or maybe someone still needs to invent it, but the future of email, it's still being written.
Yeah, it is.
And we're all part of that. Well, that's all the time we have for today's deep dive into the world of email and Xmail. Thanks for listening, and until next time, happy emailing.